There's so much information out there on the buying process for a home, but let's talk about the selling process. My name is Amber Ortega. I am a licensed realtor in the Albuquerque area. Selling your home can be a little bit overwhelming because obviously you want to get the most money possible out of your home. You want to get a good return on it and be able to move on to the next step, whatever that is that's happening in your life. First and foremost, when we meet, we're going to talk about what needs to be repaired in the house, if there's upgrades that need to be done that would make sense, and just really what needs to be done to get it ready to go onto the market. Do not start upgrading things all throughout the house expecting to get the same return back, the same money back, because there are so many things that you can do in your house and you don't even get a fraction of the money back. So before you start upgrading, please speak with a realtor, and we are happy to always tell you what makes sense and what will make the house either more sellable, more attractive, or what you may just be wasting your money on because you're moving. So the next buyer may not actually want whatever it is that you're thinking needs to be done. When it comes to getting the house ready for pictures, cleaning it is a huge deal. I have a whole video about getting your house ready for pictures. But in a nutshell, if you can hire someone else to come in and do the cleaning, huge difference, because when you live there, you don't notice all of the little things day to day that could be getting dirty and grimy because you've been living there for years. It happens. Having someone come in, fresh eyes, to clean the things that you may not notice can make a huge difference. Of course, if you're able to throw on some new paint or at least touch-up paint and either clean the carpets or really get those floors scrubbed, if you can get the grout cleaned, even better. Those make a huge difference in the sale of the house. Once all of those things are done, ready to go, we will have pictures done. I do pictures and video, and off we go, goes into the MLS, where realtors and the public are going to be able to see it. This is why I always use professional photography, because I want your home to look as good as possible and to get as many eyes and as many people excited to come and see it. Once it goes live into the MLS and it gets sent out to all of the other websites, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, all of those, there's thousands of sites, we'll start to get requests for showings. During those showings, just know, as a seller, you need to skedaddle because they need to be able to feel comfortable in the house and looking around. But also know they are going to open up cabinets, closets, all of these things to make sure that the space works for them. So as much as you can have packed and out of the house, the better. You want everything everywhere to be tidy, because it's kind of weird to know that somebody's going to be opening up like underneath your bathroom cabinet. And if you have it jam-packed with stuff, it's not easy for them to see. So as much as you can have gone that you're not going to be using in the next 30, 60 days, pack it up and get it out of the way. During this time, we may also do an open house or two. Open houses are really good if you are still living in the house, because you know that you need to be gone from certain time periods so that people can come in and take a look at the house. When you have random showings, it can get a little bit difficult when you're still living in the house, or if you have pets or kids and things like that, that you have to get out of the house with you. So having a set time can help. And that's usually when I like to do open houses, is a lot of the time when I do have listings that are occupied. So the entire reason we're doing these open houses showings is to get offers. Now, we could get one offer in or we could get multiple offers in. But regardless, when an offer comes in, we are going to take a look at it, and I will do a net out to let you know what it would, if we accept the offer as is, this is what you would get back approximately in your pocket at the end. We will take a look. If there's multiple offers, we're going to take a look at all of them. I have a spreadsheet that breaks it down to let you know this is what each offer means, and this is just basically the details of each one, so we can decide what makes sense. Sometimes it's the most money and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's closing dates. Sometimes it's not asking for repairs. There's so many different elements that we have to talk about to make sure that you're getting the best offer for your situation. Making sure that the offer is right from the beginning makes the whole entire transaction easier, because we all already know what to expect. After we accept an offer, that buyer now has their due diligence period where they can have any inspections done that they'd like. Their lender will order an appraisal. We'll have title working on all of their documentation to make sure that there's no liens on the house. There's nothing that's going to tie anything up. We do have to allow the buyer to come in and do inspections. It's their right to get as many or as little inspections done as they'd like. So when those are scheduled, I would let you know. And again, skedaddle out of the way with your pets and children so that they can take a look at the house and inspect the plumbing, the roof, the electrical, whatever it is that they're having checked. Now, when you have the appraisal done, that's going to be another time. It's usually pretty quick that they come in, but we do need, if possible, for you not to be there. So the appraiser can come in, do their thing real quick. They take a look at the house, the condition. They're not checking anything. They're not going to be doing anything crazy except certain loan types. They may check to make sure water's running, things like that. But overall, they're looking at the condition of the house compared to other homes in the area that have sold. That way they can give a value back to the lender to let them know that they are not lending more than what the house is worth. So once we get through all of that, we get through inspections, we get through appraisal, we get through title saying that everything is good, all of the documents that we need to get, at that point is when the lender says we are clear to close and let's schedule with title. So on closing day, buyers and sellers, at least here in New Mexico, we sign separately. Sellers will sign, buyers will sign. And once all of the documents are done, they all get compiled, they get sent over to the lender. The lender at that point will wire the money back over to the title company. Title will then send everything over to record with the county so that the county knows that that home now has a new owner. After all of that is done is the point when title will write a check and give it to you for your proceeds. They can also wire it into your bank account, different things at different title companies, but it is at that point that you receive the money, not when you are there at title actually signing everything. So that's a little confusing for people sometimes. So that is the entire process in less than 10 minutes, just to let you know what to expect as a seller. Top to bottom. If you have questions, please leave me a message below and subscribe because I'm going to have a ton of more videos about the buying and selling process of real estate.